Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Media Talk. I am indeed Marcia Littlejohn, and I can tell you, this is probably the most fun thing I do in my long, long history career of broadcasting, when I can come in to Riverside Theater and talk with some of the actors and actresses that are on stage in those magnificent theater stages, the main stage, the second stage, but in this case, do I ever love the second stage, and I love Sondheim. So what we're going to be doing is talking about Side by Side by Sondheim. And I have to say we have all four of the actors on stage right here on Media Talk. So let me welcome Becca. And Becca, I'm going to have you tell our audience, if you will, exactly who you are and what you play in Side by Side.
My name is Becca Ayers, and I play woman number one. This is a review of Sondheim songs, mainly from the earlier years, because I think it first started in Britain, right? And they didn't have like a lot of, they didn't know a lot about Sondheim, so they made a show for those people, and it just got picked up and was done everywhere.
Bigger and better.
Yeah.
Well, Becca, that is great, and of course, it all started in England, and now it is here in Vero Beach on Riverside Theater's second stage. So, Will, tell our viewers exactly who you are.
I am Will Ray, and I am the male singer in the cast.
Ooh, wow.
Primary male
Are
singer.
you male one, male two, male three? And you go a little.
We'll call you male
Just
one.
male.
Yes, although I do
Until we get to David.
play a female in the show as well.
That's what I heard. Can't wait to see that. Absolutely. So let's go right over here to Kelly. So tell all of our viewers who and what you do.
Hi, I'm Kelly McCormick. I play woman two, the other woman in Side by Sondheim. I know that sounds so scandalous, doesn't it? It's not really. We're all friends. We all have a great time together in the show. It's really kind of hard to say what we do. We all play together on stage. I think, are more ensemble numbers than there are solos. So we're all part of this ensemble of this beautiful review, and I think historical perspective on Sondheim and his work up until 1976-77.
What was the line you used when I asked you just recently when I said, "Tell me the story"?
Oh, gosh.
Well,
I have
what
no
she
idea what I
said,
said,
I
but I
can
think
tell
I
you.
said there's no plot.
You said there's no story, and you took it from the line of one of the interviews.
I'm so glad you remember. I have no idea what I said.
I can tell you, it is so much fun because these are four actors, of course, and we didn't have the privilege of meeting David several days ago, so we're looking forward to this. David, welcome to the group here, and of
Thank
course
you.
you've been spending a lot of time with him. Tell our viewers a little bit about you and what part you play.
My name is David Schmittou, and I am the narrator of the piece. I do jump in and join them once in a while when fate smiles on me. But other than that, I give the background. I tell the history and some of the anecdotes and a little bit of where the songs came from, what they originated, what the storyline behind them is. But I don't have to do much of that because Sondheim is such a good dramatist when he writes music that the stories almost tell themselves in the performance. He's really a master of construction.
This is what I think. I can hardly wait to sit out there and watch this wonderful show. And incidentally, if you're wondering when it is running right through the 22nd of March, and you do not want to miss it because it's all the favorite songs of all of ours. Stephen Sondheim, one of the greatest, and I think the word was enchanting and delightful, was really two of the descriptive words that talk about this particular performance. And the backstory of when this all got started, as you say, in Britain and England, was kind of fun because do you remember the line that Sondheim said when they were calling to get permission for him to release his songs to put this thing together?
I have no
Tell
idea.
us.
Well, let me tell you, it was so funny because it said when they were asking him, by all means, try, but I can't think of anything more boring. He said that. Did you know that?
Wow, I
And
did
yet
not
it
know.
is the most exciting thing. So he's obviously not a great composer and maestro, so to speak, but also a very humble human being because all of us know. What are some of your favorite songs, Becca?
Oh, my favorite show in the world was always Sunday in the Park with George. But I did Into the Woods recently, and I thought maybe this is a close tie with my favorite show. So definitely, I mean, my favorite shows in the world are Sondheim shows. So song-wise, they're all just really intricate puzzles that keep unfolding as you age. Every time you do a Sondheim show, like every time I do Into the Woods, I would learn something new or discover something or see something from a different perspective. So it's really hard to say. I don't know why Send in the Clowns is in my head right now. I sing that, and
It could be because we're all just sitting here. Could that be it? Send in the clouds?
yeah,
Here we are.
We need the clowns.
Don't worry, they're here.
Yeah, that's right. They are. Here they are.
You know, man one, man two, girl two, and Will, what about your favorite song in the show?
Oh, gosh. Now, having been a part of the show for a couple of weeks, there are a number of
Favorites?
different songs growing on me. I think I spoke with you last time. Being Alive, which is, a song about this man in his 30s who's very conflicted, which is, not
Are
too
you
far off.
saying a little typecasting or something?
Perhaps. But we also, Kelly and I do a duet called A Little Priest from Sweeney Todd, which is
Ooh, wonderful.
Which is
He
a
likes
lot
it.
of fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He likes it.
So Kelly, what do you think? How much do you love it?
I love doing that duet. It's a lot of fun. But I think my answer to your question would change on a daily basis. Really, I mean, what
Yeah.
Becca says is true. You discover different layers every day.
So David, as the narrator and certainly the historian of all of this was all put together, why and how in England?
Well, it was actually put together by three friends, three performers who loved Sondheim, had been exposed to some of his work, and realized that people in England a lot of his shows hadn't been produced there at that point, so they weren't familiar with the works. He didn't have a big following, so to speak. And they thought, oh, let's put together a little show for ourselves. Let's write a show for ourselves, doing Sondheim material. It'll be something we'll love, and it'll put a little coin in our pocket.
Uh-huh.
And, we could do it forever. And they got another fella who they knew to help write it and structure it, and that's exactly how it was born.
Oh, I love it. And that was when he made the remark when they called for the permission. And yet it is so delightful and enchanting.
Well, and it was just about the first of the songwriter reviews, which is probably why he thought,
Oh.
I can't imagine anything more boring. And we've all seen boring songwriter reviews since then. You do have to have material that stands up.
Well, this was back in 1975, if I'm not mistaken.
77, I think.
77, because it did go on for 3 years in England, and then it was on Broadway
Exactly.
for a year right here with all of this, and with not really a plot, but just showing us how much we love Sondheim. Side by Side, where did that come from? Side by Side. Is there a song, Side by Side? Oh, I guess that might
From
be it.
Company, yeah. Yeah, it's a lyric from a song.
Do you know what, I'm told I cannot do this, and Oscar's shaking his head. I can't ask you to sing a cappella. He's saying, no, I can't do that. I always love it. I did ask Johnny Mathis to do it one time, and he did. Right on the
Isn't
air.
it
Oh,
warm?
there, see?
Isn't it rosy? Side by side, by
You
side.
do a good Johnny Mathis.
Just kidding.
Oh, this is what is going to be.
That's what's in store for you.
Everybody has to got to wrap this up, but I have to say, Becca, Will, Kelly, and David, thank you so much for being with us
Thank
right
you.
here on
Thanks for
Media
having
Talk.
us.
We're going to be here right on through March the 22nd with Side by Side by Sondheim. Thanks once again for being with us, and thanks to all of you for being with us on Media Talk.